the world's most powerful cities, economic giants, cultural icons. What else do they have in common? A metro system that's fast, reliable, and seamlessly woven into daily life. And India wants to join this league. Over 3 lakh crores spent, more than 1,000 kilometers of track laid, every city racing to become the next Singapore on a budget. This is India's metro dream. Clean, world-class, future-ready. What have we got instead? A tale of very different cities. Because in Delhi, you can go from Noida to Gurgaon without stepping outside the metro. But in Mumbai, you need a degree in time travel just to reach BKC. And in Bengaluru, your metro might just arrive by the time you have grandkids. Welcome to the Climate Brief. I'm your host Lavanya, and this is the first episode of our 4-part deep dive into India's public transport system. Over the next few weeks, we'll uncover why Indian cities are struggling to move people efficiently, despite decades of investment, policy promises, and sky-high infrastructure budgets. In this episode, we are diving into the metro network, comparing it across our 3 megacities, Delhi, Mumbai, and Bengaluru. What's working, what's broken, and what it means for our future. If you want to understand what a metro system looks like when it actually works, start in Delhi. With over 390 kilometers of track and 289 stations, Delhi's metro isn't just the biggest in India, it's one of the largest in the world. And it doesn't just serve Delhi, it crosses borders. Noida, Gurgaon, Ghaziabad, Faridabad, even Bahadurgarh, Vallabhgarh, Meerut, and with future extensions Panipat and Alwar as well. Construction began back in 1998. By 2002, the red line started running from Shahadra to Tees Hazri. By 2025, we've got 12 lines running across the NCR and still expanding. By the end of 2025, Delhi Metro is projected to beat New York City to become the largest single city network. The official average ridership sits at over 46 lakh trips a day. What really makes Delhi Metro shine though? Integration. You can step off a flight and be in Connaught Place in 20 minutes. Trains link directly with major railway stations, Old Delhi, New Delhi, Hazrat Nizamuddin. Feeder buses line up with the metro schedules. And compared to other cities, Delhi Metro is surprisingly affordable. A 10 rupee minimum and a 60 rupee maximum. That's roughly starting from 6 rupees a kilometer for the shortest rides to 1.5 rupees per kilometer depending on how far you travel. No peak hour surge. And smart cards even get you a discount. Oh, and Delhi Metro is also the first railway in the world to earn carbon credits. Thanks to regenerative braking and renewable energy, it saves over 6 lakh tons of carbon dioxide every year. In many ways, the Delhi Metro is a benchmark. But is Delhi the exception or the model? Let's head west. Now picture Mumbai. Dense, chaotic, non-stop. Mumbai has always moved on rails. Its local trains are iconic, fast, furious, and famously packed. But the metro? That's a more recent story, and a complicated one. The foundation for the city's first metro line was laid in 2006, but it was opened in 2014 after 8 years of delays, land disputes, and logistical gymnastics. As of mid-2025, Mumbai's metro has grown to nearly 69 kilometers with 57 stations across 4 lines: blue, yellow, red, and the partially operational aqua. Compared to Delhi's 390-plus kilometer network, it might seem small, but it's growing. By 2027, it aims to have 337 kilometers of track. That's 5 times of what it has today. Underground lines, airport links, even cross-harbour connectors are in the works. But there is one thing the Mumbai Metro has got right. Integration with the suburban railway. That is the lifeline of the city. Ghatkopar, Andheri, Dahisar. At these key stations, you can switch from a century-old train line straight onto the metro. Connection is still an issue though. Most of Mumbai's metro lines are still not connected to each other. For instance, you can't go from the Versova Ghatkopar Line 1 to the Dahisar DN Nagar Line 2A without stepping out and using a completely separate entrance. There's no internal interchange yet. And for many, it's still too expensive. With fares ranging from 10 rupees to 80 rupees and per kilometer costs ranging from 5 rupees to 1.8 rupees per kilometer, they seem higher when locals are used to taking a 15 rupees suburban train ride from CST to Kalyan. That's more than 50 kilometers. And last mile is still a puzzle. Some stations have feeder buses, some don't. There is progress, but no city-wide sync just yet. And now, let's head south. Welcome to Bengaluru, India's tech capital. If there's one city that desperately needs a fast, efficient metro, it's this one. But the city's pace of construction, let's just say it hasn't kept up with its startups. Bengaluru's metro, called Namma Metro, began operating in 2011. Since then, it has grown to about 77 kilometers with 68 stations. Two lines, purple and green, form the current backbone. It's not small. In fact, it's bigger than Mumbai's operational metro network. But for a city of over 13 million people, it's still nowhere near enough. And just when people were starting to embrace it, Bengaluru did something strange. On February 9th of 2025, the maximum fare jumped from 60 rupees to 90 rupees, making it the most expensive in the country. The result? Ridership plunged from over 8 lakhs to just 6.3 lakhs per day. The per kilometer cost right now ranges from 6 rupees a kilometer to 2.7 rupees a kilometer. That said, credit where it's due, the current system connects key hubs on the outskirts: Whitefield, MG Road, Majestic, Yeshwantpur, Pina. Right now, though, integration is limited. The only true multimodal hub is Majestic, where the metro meets the city railway station and the Kempe Gowda bus stand. Elsewhere, you will mostly find autos or a long walk. Feeder services exist, but only in patches. And last mile connectivity has also taken a huge hit since the bike taxi ban. If you want to know more about it, do check out our episode on the real cost of the bike taxi ban in Bengaluru. But here's what's exciting. Namma Metro is pushing clean energy too. Many stations run on solar power, and the system is equipped with regenerative braking, just like Delhi. So where do these three metros really stand? Let's compare the numbers. Let's break it down. 3 cities, 3 different visions of the metro dream. Delhi, scale 390 kilometers, but will be more than 400 kilometers by the end of 2025. Ridership, over 46 lakh trips a day. Fare, 10 rupees to 60 rupees, roughly a 1.5 to 6 rupees per kilometer cost. Integration, best in class, connected to railway stations, airports, buses, and even apps. Mumbai, scale 69 kilometers for now, but planning 337 kilometers by 2027. Ridership, about 9 lakh daily. Fare, 10 rupees to 80 rupees, with per kilometer cost varying wildly from 1.8 rupees per kilometer to 5 rupees a kilometer. Integration, good with suburban rail, but between metro lines themselves, still fragmented. Bengaluru, scale 77 kilometers, 220 kilometers by 2030. Ridership, dropped to 6.3 lakhs after the fare hike. Fare, 10 rupees to 90 rupees. The maximum fare is 150% that of Delhi when the network is less than 1/5 of the size. Also, the highest per kilometer fare. Integration, rather limited, patchy beyond Majestic railway station. So what does that tell us? Delhi is the benchmark. Fast, integrated, climate smart. Mumbai is ambitious but battling delays and disconnection. Bengaluru has potential, but right now it's pricing people out and is very, very slow to build. But here's the thing. This isn't just a race about numbers, it's about emissions. It's about air quality. And the question we'll explore in our final chapter. Why metros might just be one of India's most powerful climate solutions. Transport is now one of the biggest contributors to climate change in Indian cities. And the math is simple. More cars equal to more fuel, equal to more emissions, equal to poorer air quality and more warming. One full metro train can take 1,000 cars off the road. That's thousands of liters of fuel saved, thousands of tons of CO2 not emitted every single day. Plus, metros are electric. And if powered by clean energy like in Delhi and Bengaluru, they are among the greenest modes of urban transport that we've got. As I mentioned earlier, Delhi Metro alone prevents over 6 lakh tons of CO2 every year. But it's not just about climate change. Public transport also relieves traffic congestion, reduces accidents and fatalities, drops air pollution, and promotes social equity by providing affordable transportation options across income levels. Plus, it helps build vibrant, walkable communities. But here's the catch. For metros to be climate solutions, people have to actually use them. And for that to happen, they need to be affordable, connected, and reliable. This was episode number 1 of our 4-part deep dive on public transport in India. Next week, we'll be talking about buses, the unsung workhorses of Indian mobility. If you found this episode insightful, do share it. Tell us in the comments what's your metro experience been like. And subscribe to the Climate Brief for more climate stories that actually hit home. See you next week.